Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing another battle of the productivity apps. This is the second episode of this series where I test out two different kind of like productivity app softwares and tell you which one I think is better or what to use them for. I did another one of these videos comparing Notion and Xstyles, so I thought let me introduce you to milanote. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss another one of my videos, and let's get straight on into this battle of the productivity apps. I wanted to start off with Notion because I feel like most people know about Notion, and I've done a lot of videos which I will link down below and in the eye, but I feel like it's just a database that a lot of people have talked about. It's really hyped, and honestly I love Notion. I use it a lot. I think the biggest critique that I get from you guys personally is that you want a database that's a little bit easier to like deal with because Notion is pretty complex. So here's what my dashboard looks like. I've shown it in a couple of my videos. I have a lot of different pages, a lot of different databases, and honestly it took me a while to like create all of these different things. Like this is actually a template from somebody else that I found and then I turned into my own. I think it's just easier for me when I was starting Notion to kind of just use templates. It's really easy to like embed a table. If you are like a finance person, honestly Notion is really good because there's just so many options and so many like things that you can do with it. Like right now I'm literally adjusting my table, and it like sums up everything. It can make it an average for a table. I have a bunch of different other tables, calendars. I pretty much organize my whole life with Notion. Now, as I said, a lot of people think that it is pretty hard to like, I guess, get used to or kind of manage because there's a lot that you can do with it, and there's not really a guide unless you watch like a YouTube video or something like that. There's no real guide, and when you're starting with a blank page, it's really intimidating. I do have like other videos because I didn't want to go too in depth with that. Here's like another one of my pages. It's just like my Studying Angel page. I'm showing you that you can have like a drop down menu. You can make like a gallery where you have multiple tables into one. Again, all of these things were actual templates from other people that I just used, and then eventually I learned how to like make drop down menus, add in, embed things. The easiest way to start is honestly just clicking on the blank page that you have, and then it gives you options to make headings, to make new pages, and then from there the new pages. Now I'm actually seeing that they have like a little space bar on the bottom that tells you that you can make this into like a template for, you can look through templates that they have. You can actually sell your own templates on Notion, which is super cool. I don't think they had that before. I mean, they might have, but it wasn't like as accessible to people maybe. I also have like kind of like a mood board, a vision board for my 2025, and a wish list, which is honestly kind of nice. Again, there's a lot of different options of things that you can do. I did my room makeover video, I'll link it in the eye. It was one of my last videos, and I pretty much planned a couple of things on Notion. Again, I kind of just organize my whole life. Here's my school template. A lot of the widgets that I do is I get them from other websites. So that's another thing, to add widgets. I feel like you can't just like embed widgets into Notion. You have to get them from other sites and then kind of embed them in there. But again, once you kind of figure out what to do with your Notion page, it's kind of easy to just use it for everything because it's so versatile. It's just really hard to start. Like, look, I have a to-do list embedded, crossing things off. I have a library kind of database that I haven't updated in a really long time. I got this template from Notion as well. So again, if you know how to work templates and you watch videos and stuff, it's really easy to learn, and everything is pretty much free. There is like a premium version, but I mean, I can't really tell the difference between like free and premium. I have the free version, and like I don't get ads to upgrade to premium all the time or anything like that. I think the premium is like if you want to use their AI a lot. If you use AI a lot, then that could be really helpful to upgrade to the premium version, but everything is pretty much free on Notion. Like, you can't really tell the difference between the free and premium version, if that makes sense. So here's like the blank page that I'm showing you. They have a marketplace where you can either buy templates or just get free ones. They have a lot of good free ones, to be honest. If you are good with like Excel sheets and spreadsheets like that, you'd probably also be good with Notion, and probably honestly be easier than an Excel sheet because you don't have as many formulas that you need to plug in. But yeah, I personally love Notion, but it did take a really long time to get used to the database and the software and figuring out how to like embed my own things. I feel like I'm still learning new things, obviously, and there's a lot of things that I don't know, but I would recommend this for literally everyone. You can collaborate with people on it. So if you have a team, like if you are a company, you can use this as well. I know most of my like audience is studying because, again, school, I'm in school type of thing. And these would be good for students too. Obviously I use this every single day. So I think Notion is really good software if you are just wanting to put everything in one. Like, I would not separate Notion and any other database. Like, I really think you can just put everything in one. But again, just a brief like overview of Notion. Moving on to vllo. I feel like a lot of people have not heard of vllo. So vllo is pretty much a database where you can do mood boards. You can be really creative. So if you want your creative side to show that you can't really maneuver into Notion, I think the biggest thing that I found when with marketing for vllo is that it's really easy to kind of customize it and make like vision boards, mood boards, project planners, and things like that. It's super easy to do that. This is honestly how mine personally looks. I have a bunch of different boards, and all of them are empty because I just don't use like the boards currently. My biggest things that I have is you can put in links, you can embed links, which I do. And I also, for my room makeover, I planned the whole thing on like making vision boards and mood boards for my room, and I feel like that's what made it easier to come to life. It is so easy to like find templates. They have a ton of templates, and here's me like flipping through each and every one of them, or most of them. You can literally just double tap on a blank space and it'll bring up a new board for you, and then on the left side is where it shows you like all of the different options that you have. I love that it shows you that and like how many different options you have. I think it just makes it easier for you to know what you can do within vllo. They also do have an app. I think there was a time where they didn't have an app, but they definitely do now. You can draw and handwrite things into vllo, so that's really good because Notion does not have that option, I believe. Or at least I haven't found that option. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not like a Notion pro. It's just like what I found. And these templates are honestly just really cool because they just like give everything for you. They kind of show you different things that you can do with your board. This one's like a day-to-day planner. I ended up keeping that planner and like showing you that you can customize it. I don't know why I said it like that. Customize it. You can make columns. You can add your notes in here. A lot of people take their notes like in Notion. You can do the same thing in vllo. Put in your notes or write notes through that. You can also download those notes from vllo onto your computer. As I'm showing you, you can draw, you can write, you can do all of that. So I feel like there's a lot of creative outlooks that you can use with that. Another thing that I found that was super interesting was that you can actually customize your like color. So if you have a specific color you want to do, you can type in the hex code. You can kind of maneuver around the colors, and if you're making a mood board, you can put in that like color swatch pretty much. Another thing, it's super easy to like collaborate with people and share it with other people. You can do the same with Notion. This one also does the same thing. Here's me showing you like a new document and like kind of the things that you can do with notes. If you make really aesthetic digital notes, you can actually upload them to vllo so that you have them all together. You can, again, like I said, export and download anything that you have on vllo, which is super nice because I don't think you can do that with Notion. You can download it as a PDF if you have a mood board that you want to like share with people. You can do that. I really like that about vllo is that you have like the creative outlook, And even though it's like a blank page, you have that sidebar that tells you a bunch of things that you can do. One issue with milanote is that you have a limited amount of space that's free. They have like 100 cards, I guess you can say, 100 things that you can actually put on milanote. Like right now I'm putting in photos. Super easy to find photos within their own gallery and upload your own if you want to. The issue with that is that they just like the free space is the biggest difference with Notion is like there's only 100 cards that you can use, and once you reach those 100 cards then you have to pay. And I don't even know, from my research, the monthly would be like, a yearly would be almost $200, and that is crazy expensive. So I think that's the biggest setback. Like here's me showing you like me clearing things out and making up space because you only have 100 cards that you can use. So I feel like that's the biggest downside. But here's the overall Notion and milanote comparison. Notion is way more advanced. milanote is way more like mood boards, kind of like creative outlook-y. You can kind of make Notion a little bit more aesthetic, that is one thing, but milanote is really easy to collaborate with, really easy to get started with. Comparing this to Xstyles, milanote is honestly kind of close to it because everything is just like set out, laid out for you. Like you can really easily figure out like what options you have, what things that you can put into it. So me personally, what do I think Notion versus milanote? I think they're both really, really different, to be honest. But I thought that this would be a good comparison to show you like another thing that you can use. I don't think you can do everything with milanote. I think Notion is really, really good for just like planning out your whole life, if that's what you want to do, having calendars, having everything. Like if you want to have one singular platform, Notion is your like girl. Notion is it. milanote is good for like creative people who want to design things and are creative and want to have a bunch of colors and things like that. I would highly suggest milanote. As far as like who wins this battle, I don't think there's necessarily a winner. I would say Notion definitely has more for everyday life, but milanote is definitely really good for people who are like in art school, are creative, and are planning things like in a creative way. If you're a visual person, I think milanote would be your bestie, like your best friend. But let me know which one you think won this battle. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Also let me know what other battles you want to see for battles of the productivity apps. If you're new here or you just aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss another one of my videos, and stay tuned until next Sunday's video because I promise you guys it will be an amazing one. Bye guys.